when the clock hits 13. You've been working, but you're flirting with the weekend. You can freak out. 1 in a million. You're a gem shine when the light grows dim. Sing 1, 2, 3, 4, 3.
All right. Come on in. All right, you guys, put some peppermint on, maybe some adaptive on your chest. I have so much good stuff to go through with you today, and I want to keep this less than an hour. Yay! Convention, new products, a new doTERRA, I feel, actually. There's a lot of really good stuff going on. Right, Chalet? Hey. For those of you that did attend in person or virtually, I would love, as we go, for you to jump into the chat and just share your perspectives, anything you want to share with the group. One of the things I will show you is how you can go and catch up on some of the sessions. And actually this morning I was up really early. I had a lot of this deck to finish still. And I was listening to day 3. I would suggest day 1 for the product launch info, although I'm going to do my best today to give you the Coles notes. If you are just short on time and you just want to know which sessions to watch, I will say this when I get into the deck again, but go to day 3. Jump into about 30 minutes in with Jess Moultrie and watch. It's probably about 2 hours of content. It was so phenomenal. I don't want to spoil it for you, but essentially you're going to leave that session just knowing you're home in doTERRA. Like, this is a place you really can stay and learn and grow and share and empower so many lives as you do your own. So I am really excited to go through the deck with you guys. I think I'm just going to go right in, and I'll do my best to keep an eye on the waiting room as we go along. Those of you that are on live in Zoom, yay you! I'm going to do a few giveaways towards the end just for you guys in Zoom. So I know we have a group watching on Facebook. If you guys want to hop into the Zoom room, just scroll down the page, you'll find the Zoom room link, just so I can stay focused here on what I want to go through with you. Who am I looking at? Charlotte, can you see my slides okay? Looking at you, babe. Awesome. Okay, so if you guys have a separate device and you want to go ahead and pull up the deck of what I'm going to go through, you can see the link on the screen there. And perhaps just for ease, I will go ahead and just post that before we get started into our Zoom room chat. Let us know in the chat, you guys, if you have watched any of the sessions from convention. And if so, what was your fave? I've already shared mine. You tell us yours. All right, I'm just posting the slide deck. There you go. That's clickable for you guys if you find it easier to pull it up and look as we go. So, okay, well, I'm gonna just go off script as I share through the slides and just share what's on my heart as I look at each image I want to share with you. It's always a bit of a storm when we get home from convention. I especially do feel this because my goal is always, what is the best, easiest, most inspiring way for me to convey to you the message of this event and how to get out there and really help people with what was created. doTERRA is a solutions company, bottom line, right? They're in the right time for what our world is going through right now. And each of you, I do believe, is here for great reason. This felt like a new doTERRA this year, which I'll probably leave throughout the talk a little bit. It was very special. This was my 11th convention and my favorite to date. It was really special. And there were streamlined, simplified products that were launched. I love that. I love that it wasn't this kit of 15 to 18 new products. And what was launched is life-changing. And that's what I love about it. They went simple and they went deep. So I really want your takeaway today to be that you can do this. You can easily share. You can easily help people with the solutions that you have. So as I'm going through all of my notes when I get home after this event, I'm always trying to compile things not only for my own preparation to share with you, but also to make it easy for you to access. So the first link I want to also type into the Zoom room chat for you guys is, oh, where did we go? Is our convention folder. Okay, and so this is a folder that you can save. I would bookmark it perhaps. And in here, you'll find all of the images, most of the images anyway, that I do share with you. And I will be working on even more throughout this week. So I will be, my whole vision for this product launch is how do we have some really simple marketing that conveys how powerful these products are, but also makes you excited to share. Like, I don't like all the images doTERRA makes, right? I like to put my own stamp on it, make them fun, make them clear. So more is coming. There was a lot of feedback within all of the groups of people that did attend convention that said this was the best convention ever, that doTERRA really knocked it out of the park. They nailed it. The presentations were brief. They were full of value. It was really fun to hang out with you guys on our very first night. I loved that about this year. In the past, we've done it on the Friday night, and it was really fun to get together. And we had, I think, the best party going. We had Kirk there. We had Emily. We had Becca. It was just super fun. And even though the food was a bit of a mix up, I think we had a total of almost 300 people that came, because we did it as a collaboration between myself and 7 other leaders. And we ran out of food. And so those of you that hung out till the very end, we had our, like, literally a box of pizza each. So that was fun. But I just wanted to share one of my personal highlights this year, you guys. If we got to connect in person, then you know this. My daughter came this year. She's 15, and she brought her best friend with her. And this was really special and very interesting for me to see convention through her eyes. So she has grown up only knowing natural health. My girls have really never been in a hospital aside from the day they were born, and maybe have been on 1 round of antibiotics their whole life. And so they've only grown up knowing doTERRA in our home. They are the reason I started. And so for her to come, one of the things she said to me on the second day, which was our first day in the big arena where the thousands of people are all gathered together, right? And my daughter turned over to me. She's like, "Mom, I can't believe how many people doTERRA has helped. Like, this is overwhelming." And I knew what she meant by that, because this was the first really large event she's come to. And I mean, she's over the years, she had come to local events where we'd have maybe a couple thousand people, and she would kind of see it then, but she's also a lot younger, right? And so to be at this age, where her interest in health is growing at a higher level, and to see what this could maybe be for her down the road. I think that was the main question everyone asked her, like, "So are you going to be a wellness advocate when you turn 18? And she's like, "Well, yeah, I already am, So anyway, and her notes, you guys, I'm looking over at her and her friend, and they're like taking university level notes. The way they were disseminating the information as it was being shared on the screen was so cool. Like, they're breaking it down into little diagrams and graphics, and their handwriting was so perfect, and mine's like, I can barely read it when I get home. So it was really special having her there. And they, if you follow my Instagram account, she's been posting some clips there. They did this fun day interviewing people live at convention. Some of you are on the video actually, where they just went around asking everyone what their top takeaways were. It was super sweet. I think her favorite thing was going into the lab and making a super skin serum, which I thought you guys might want the recipe for. So I created this image. So if you want to make this at home, I cannot believe how generous doTERRA was with the oils they put into this, like jasmine. Oh my gosh, immortelle, yarrow palm, frankincense, like what a lineup. And actually, the giveaways I'm going to do at the end, I'm going to give away 2 bundles. And one of them is a super skin serum, one of the products in here. So 2 of you are going to win. And I'm going to give you a 3-day supply of the new products as well. So I hope I've got everyone in the meeting room. I just want to double check that before I keep going. Okay, I think we're good. Hopefully we're good. Yeah, we're good. Okay. All right. Okay, so moving on, virtual recordings. So if you had a virtual ticket or an in-person ticket, you can now go back and watch all of the recordings. And like I said, I highly suggest you watch day 3. In fact, what I'm probably going to do a little bit illegally is I'm going to go in and actually record some of these sessions and share them in our group for those of you that didn't have a chance to get a ticket. Especially if you left it too late. The tickets were pretty expensive towards the end of the tiered pricing. And so I'm going to go in and grab a few of these recordings throughout this week, but I definitely want you to watch day 3. There's the link there. You just log in and you'll see all of the sessions from the main stage arena and all of the Terra talks are there as well. Also, time sensitive, right now there's early bird pricing on for next year's convention. So they do this every year, and this expires in 2 days. So if you haven't secured your ticket yet, go in and grab it. I mean, you can change your mind later, but what happens is in the spring, they will open these up at fuller price, not quite the most expensive price, but definitely not this price. So this is the cheapest you'll get convention. There's the link there if you want to go in, and the dates for your calendar for next year are September 17th through the 20th back in Utah. Also, once you do grab your ticket, especially if you are grabbing it now during early bird, go to our team page, wholefit.com/convention, and just fill in the quick form, because I like to just keep you up to date on things through emails as we get closer to the event. And of course, then you'll learn of anything team specific that we're doing next year. So there's that there. Also, event related, fall tours kick off in October, and there's quite a list of tour dates and tour stops that are happening, and these are called Experience doTERRA events. This is all about foundational wellness. So basically, what I'm taking you through today will be a more lived experience in person, and there's a lot of cool things that happen at these events. DIYs, this is the only way you'll actually be able to purchase a bundled discounted convention kit. They used to make these always available October 1st, but this year they're giving them just access at the events. So when I go through all the new products, they are launching out of the US warehouse as individuals only on October 1st, okay? Hey, Kim, tickets right now are just for in-person, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think when I went through and bought mine the other day, I think it was just for in-person. But like I said, you can change it to be virtual if later in the year you decide you just can't make it in person. So I went in and looked at all the cities, and I grabbed the 4 most relevant cities for our team based on where we have the most people. And there's the dates on the screen there. And again, when you get the link for this deck, everything will be clickable. But if you want to go ahead over to tour.doterra.com, you will find these events. You can register. And I mean, have a look at all the city stops, because maybe you have a friend who lives in one of the cities that you want to recommend goes. October 19th is the first one coming up for our team in Mississauga, Ontario. And then October 26th in Calgary. October 26th also in Orlando, Florida. That will be a big one. The Mississauga one will be a big one as well. And then November 9th in Vancouver for our BC girls. So there's actually going to be a product session and a biz session you can stick around for after. If you want to just attend the product one, you can. And I've put the agenda and the rough idea of what you'll experience there. All right, let's dive into product. So Jen, you asked for the link to our team group website in the chat. Oh, for the convention? Yeah, let me just take that real quick. So this is where to go once you guys have grabbed your ticket. And I do have the ticket link there for you too. Okay, so if I dial this down, I would say for me, what my takeaway was that this was a year doTERRA is moving into strong foundational wellness support and also simplicity in how we not only help people, how customers onboard, how they choose their wellness path, but also in how we do this as a business, which I think there's a lot more to come on that. For those of you that are wellness advocates, this year's leadership retreat will be foundational. There's going to be really great enhancements announced to how we do the business, how we share the business, how we help more people just earn $500 a month, because that's what the majority of the population is looking for right now. So for those of you that have bigger goals than that, your pathway becomes a lot simpler the more people you help just achieve something maybe a little more dialed down, right? So foundational wellness, I want to break this down. And one of the big products that were launched is a disrupted version of our lifelong vitality. So quick hands up if you take LLV. I know prior to this year's convention, I've been on it now since year 1 in doTERRA, consistently. But many days in there, I would forget to take my 12 pills plus, right? That's all changing, which is really exciting. I think I say this a little bit later on, but this was a bold move for doTERRA to disrupt its number one product. I don't know if you guys knew that. LLV is their highest selling, most popular product. Over 9 million people use it. So that's a big move, right? Like if you're gonna change something, most companies are gonna go for like the low hanging fruit. So there's reason for it. Now I will say this, I don't want to forget to mention this. If you like taking pills, if you love LLV and you want to stay there, you can. They're not getting rid of it, at least not for now. Probably not until the majority of people have transitioned over. But for those of you that consider yourself more of an early adopter of things, or you just want to go right for the goods, you're going to love this change. Okay. So, they started off explaining why they made this change. I'm not going to go into that right now in detail, but really, vitamins are essential, right? Because of the conditions of our soil, the lack of options for us to be able to grow our own food, which would always be the healthiest, right out of the ground. And also just all of the things we're exposed to on a daily basis make it essential for us to supplement to protect our cells. And this is, of course, one of the main reasons that chronic disease is off the charts. We have not been able to stack the deck in our favor with all that we are up against every day in terms of toxins and pollutants and just general bombardments on the health of our cells in our body. So there is great need for us to supplement properly. Now, when we are supplementing, especially LLV will always dominate in the space compared to like your grandma's vitamins that you could buy on the shelf because of the matrix, and it's always been a higher bioavailability, more absorbed in the body. However, this new VMG product they launched takes it to a whole other level of absorption in the body. Okay, so I'm gonna get into that more as we go. But 9 out of the 10 most impactful risk factors are tied to poor nutrition and not having the key nutrients and supplements that we need. So something I always think of when I think of supplementing optimally is a question: how good have I been designed to feel? Right? Like sometimes we're down here, we think we're doing really good. Sometimes we're very aware of our needs, like we're tired and we're often needing to take naps in the afternoon and we just don't have the energy to do the things we want to do, or our insides are being expressed on our outside, right, through our skin. Like there's some of us have markers knowing we want to move the needle, but sometimes we just don't actually know how much better we could feel until we do. So this is going to be a really cool product for you guys to integrate. Now, this was one of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 products launched, 8 if you bought the kit. That include the Niawood. So I'm going to go through the majority of these. I'm going to start off with VMG. Ask away in the chat. I will do my best to address questions as we go. A lot of you are pumped about this. That you would often miss doses, you hate taking pills, you're excited for a powder. Catherine says she loves that there's 2 options to offer. And oh yes, Catherine beat me to the punch. She said, I love that you can chew the new Omega. Catherine must be in some of the groups that are sharing all of these realized hacks and tips, right? Jen said the early bird pricing ended in June. I don't think it's the site for tickets. Oh, maybe my website didn't have it updated, but if you go to convention.doterra.com, you'll see that. Yes. Okay. So yes, kids can take this. I'll get into that in a little more detail. So overall, what I did was I scripted out the most important pieces for each of these products. So let me go through and just cover the main points for VMG. And then in the convention folder link that I shared with you at the beginning of the deck, you're going to find all of the product info pages uploaded to a folder where you can go in, you can look at all the ingredients, you can look at more detail. I just wanted to give you real top line, super cool info. So this is, first of all, an innovative 3-in-1 product. So VMG stands for vitamins, minerals, and greens. It has been purposefully designed to be absorbed. So it is estimated, if you're taking conventional supplements, that about 80% is coming out in your urine. Most of you have heard this before. You've probably seen it, that your urine will turn a pretty bright color because a lot of those supplements are not being absorbed. So this has been designed to be absorbed. So you'll notice, first of all, that the amounts, the IUs of the vitamins and minerals in the product, hold on, I just need to correct this spelling. That's going to bother me. There we go. You'll notice that the amounts are lower than LLV. And the reason for that is because this is 5 times more absorbed. So you don't want those numbers to be what they were, because they're going to be much more highly absorbed, okay? So this has over 90 high quality ingredients. That includes whole food vitamins, fruits, veggies, superfoods, probiotics, and enzymes that are specific to the absorption of these vitamins and minerals. So in this case, these probiotics and enzymes don't replace Terrazyme and PB Restore. Those are full comprehensive products for the whole body. These are just to help these vitamins absorb. And then protective essential oils, which also work within the liposomal system that helps these absorb. The oils are actually part of that. Yes, I saw someone just ask, Natasha asked, are these in methylation form? They are. So the B vitamins, this is very important. And I don't know if any of you actually know that you have the MTHFR gene mutation. 40% of the population has this. 90% of that 40% don't know they have it. So this is becoming a very popular gene mutation, which means that you do not properly convert B vitamins for your body to be able to use. And so you start to see the effects of that in your body. And you can look that up and see if any of those symptoms are relatable. But yeah, this is a game changer, okay? So these have methylated B vitamins. And most important, you guys, it's delicious. I think this is the biggest piece. If you've ever had a product that had greens powder in it, especially with the amount of ingredients that this has, you've probably noticed it tasted gritty, kind of like you're eating a garden, which isn't always ideal, especially if you're trying to give this to kids too. So this is really yummy. It has a pineapple mango flavor. Yeah, Catherine's saying, I feel a difference already with the MG. I know this may sound stranger, but I feel calmer. And she said it tastes just like fresh juice to me. It's delicious. Yeah. So I've been on it really consistently for 5 days now, and already it's part of my morning routine. I'm craving it in the morning before I do anything else, before I have coffee or anything else. I've been having this first thing with the fatty acids, which I'll cover in the next couple of slides. But the biggest thing with this, you guys, is it's one and done. So you're not popping 12 pills a day. You're pressing the easy button on this really important habit. And so what I think of each morning as I've been taking this is I'm stacking the deck in my favor. Like, it's supporting me as I now go through my day, supporting everyone and everything else I'm doing. And it's one less thing I have to think about. When we talk about productivity, something that always comes to mind, I remember it was a quote I heard, I think by Seth Godin years ago, and it just blew my mind. And he said, what you want to always be looking for is the one decision that's going to eliminate hundreds of other decisions. And, you know, maybe this doesn't eliminate hundreds of other decisions, but it definitely decreases the amount of times you're having to think about taking your supplements, right? And it's helping you feel better very quickly. So there's nothing like this on the market. If you're familiar with a product called AG1, it's probably because every podcaster you listen to is an affiliate for AG1. So like literally every single one, which gets very, like, you have to question integrity at that point, right? Where everybody's just talking about it like it's the greatest thing. I noticed LMNT went through the same situation where like every single podcaster was marketing their products. AG1 is not as good as this. So if you were to, and I think a comparison chart is coming, but this really does dominate AG1, not only because of the comparison of ingredients, but because of how much better it absorbs into the body. And of course, having our protective essential oils. So this absorbs 5 times more than the competition. Clinical research showed a 400% increase in bioavailability and a 43% decrease in inflammation biomarkers. Also, pheno age, just within 6 weeks of use, decreased by 2 years. That's super cool. You might remember when Serenity launched as a system, they were doing human clinical trials, and they found that the brain age actually decreased the most by, I think it was 6 or 7 years in just 6 weeks. So what we're seeing is happening is your body plays really nice with clean ingredients and with protective essential oils. It gets to work a lot faster. Okay. So this is launching October 1st with a limit of 2, just initially, because they want to make sure they don't sell out right away. They'll probably lift the limits after 2 months, but initially this will be limited to 2. And it also still has the 30-day money-back guarantee, just like LLV had. So a few other slides I wanted to give you guys here. Oh, first of all, there is a supplements explained ebook, because I know one of the questions you're probably having is, okay, where does this fit in with all of the supplements doTERRA has, right? This is going to be a question you get from your customers. So something I am working on this week are wellness tracks. So if your goal is improved digestion, for example, we have a wellness foundation now that includes this product. And then I will make suggestions of a few other supplements and essential oils that person would want to look at if their goal is digestion, okay? Or digestive health, I should say. So this ebook is great. It's clickable in the deck once you get this. And I'm going to actually have a QR code on the images I create for you guys, which will lead out to this ebook so people can go in there and dive in a little bit more to understand all of the ingredients, okay? So the biggest thing here is the availability and how well this product is absorbed. So I put like 5 things on here that are top line marketable text bites. So as you're talking about this product, this will help you explain why they're absorbing so well. But this is what is so cool about it, is that it's all going to work in your body. So I'm not going to cover all of these slides, but I have included them in the deck, which goes into more detail on the different oils and the different ingredients that help with the availability. Something I whipped up this week for my youngest was a smoothie with half of a packet, because my youngest, who's 12, almost 13, she's really picky. I shouldn't talk too loud, but she will not drink it right out of a drink. Whereas my oldest, Chloe, who's at convention, absolutely loves it. We all love it with some ice, like really cold water. But I made a smoothie for my daughter, so I just gave you a little recipe here to try. And as I said, if you're making it for kids, I would start off with half a packet, and then you could work up from there. I also really like this, you guys, with Advantage. I just wanted to mention that. You guys know I'm a huge fan of MetaPower. That was my favorite product launch to date. It's been just transformational for me. And so I mix my Advantage in with this in the morning with ice. And I just chug it back. Something I wanted to mention that I'm personally going to do, some of you might want to grab this tip. So when I enroll customers, I always like to send a little welcome package, right? I've shared this with you before. A lot of you do this. I'm going to include one of these in the welcome packs now, because these are effectively like samples, right? You're going to get a pack of 30 when you purchase your box. And I'm also going to put together sample packages that people can purchase if they want to try this for 3 days. And one of the things I'm going to share with you that we're going to play with as a team is a really simple 2-minute routine in the morning that involves taking your greens, your VMG, your omegas, and rolling some peppermint on your temples, like a really great start to your day. So I'm going to create some packages and marketing and stickers and stuff. So stay tuned if that's an idea you want to play with. Okay, second product, which goes right along with VMG. So VMG, like I said, is vitamins, minerals, and greens. So it effectively covers off your VMZ portion of lifelong vitality and your alpha CRS. So those 2 are knocked off. So the omegas are what is missing. And so doTERRA decided to launch this as a separate product to go real deep in creating something that, again, is uncomparable on the market and delivers a really good dose of full spectrum fatty acids. I think the big one for me with this product, you guys, is I don't eat seafood. I don't know how many of you are like me. I live in Florida, so that's unusual. I've never liked seafood, none of it, okay? And so I would definitely be part of the group that is deficient in omega-3s. And actually, 95% of us are. So that's how big of a need this is. When you start taking a really high quality omega-3 supplement, you feel the benefits almost instantly because you likely are deficient. And I think one of the things they shared from stage is you would need to eat 2 cans of tuna every day in order to meet the requirements for your body. Mind you, you get a lot of heavy metals doing that too, right? So supplementing is really where you want to go, especially if you're not having high quality fish several times a week. So this new product, you guys, is made from the highest quality 100% wild caught fish off the coast of Norway. And what makes this really cool is it's combined with protective wild orange essential oil, which, as you know, is very high in limonene, which is very protective because you don't want the fish oil to go rancid. Most fish oils on the market are already rancid on the shelf. Okay, no good. And that's often why they smell, and you can, yeah, your nose will tell you. But what's in this is 2,000 milligrams of full spectrum fatty acids. We've got EPA, DHA, SDA, ALA, DPA, cetylaic acid, and C15. There's another spelling mistake. I'm going to correct as we go. So this is going to impact mostly your heart health and joint function, but you will see it also in your skin, in your brain, your cognitive function. Clinical trials showed significant reduction. So we're talking a drop in resting heart rate of 16%, and a drop in diastolic blood pressure by 42%. So the heart doesn't have to work so hard to beat the amount of times it does each day. So you're going to see cardiovascular health improve. This would obviously be a supplement to review with your doctor if you are taking medications for your heart, because you'll want to work with your practitioner just to help slowly. The goal would be over time to come off of those medications always. So you want to approach that gently, but this is, and so I can't remember which one of you, I think it was Kim, mentioned earlier that this is also delicious when punctured. So I don't know how many of you have tried this, but the capsules, I have the bottle here, they're quite large, especially compared to the old LLV. I don't know if you can really see that, but the portion serving size is 3 per day. Now, I'm so accustomed to taking 12 close pills a day that I take all 3, no problem, in one shot. So does my daughter. They go down pretty quick, but they also are, I haven't tried it yet, but apparently delicious when punctured. They do not taste like fish oil. Everyone is saying this. It tastes like yummy wild orange. So maybe that's worth a try. Also, Dr. Janet Rourke popped into the chat on one of the calls this week. She is a top vet and also a leader in doTERRA. And she shared that this is great to get to dogs too. So 1 capsule opened up on their food for every 20 to 40 pounds of your doggy's body weight. Okay, so this is launching with a limit on October 1st of 2 out of the US warehouse. Again, they'll lift those within a couple months. Okay, how's our time? Got to keep going. Okay. Something I'm going to link in the deck for you. This guy was so cool. You guys, his name's Dr. Harris. He is an internationally recognized expert on omega-3s. He was so fun and sharp and witty. Everybody loved him in the arena. And I don't know how old he is. I'm going to assume he's mid-80s. He was so sharp, like I said, but also his skin, like it doesn't actually show too well on here, but he just looked really good. So I felt like he was such a testament to the power of omega-3s in the diet. Somebody recorded his talk, and so I uploaded it here for you. Okay, so that's one to definitely watch if you don't have a ticket. And then I've put a little more info in the deck here on each of the supplements. I'm not going to go into now, but the next one I want to talk about this is a really big one too, you guys, the frankincense boswellic acid complex. This is a supplement doTERRA has been working on for 4 years. This is similar technology. I'm going to hold it up for you guys. I'm hoping you can see what's going on here. Okay, so this is similar to the turmeric dual capsules in that it combines the essential oil with the compounds that are found within the plant, right? So we have turmeric essential oil combined with curcumin. In this, we have our boswellic acid, which are come from the resin tears of the frankincense tree. Okay, very healing, very healing. Combined with frankincense essential oil. So let's go into this for a hot second. In this capsule, you're going to have 65 milligrams of frank oil plus boswellic acid. The biggest reason you'll use this is to bring down chronic inflammation in the body and also healthy cell function promotion. Think of a word that rhymes with dancer. Okay. This is going to be the main application for this. I'm also on the next slide going to review the stick that launched, which would be topical localized support for the same reason, mutated cells. Okay. So there's a lot you're not going to be able to say about this publicly, right? You guys know this. This is an arena we're not allowed to play in as per the FDA, only because this is the biggest moneymaker for pharma. Okay, so you understand what I'm saying here, but frankincense is one of the most researched, specifically the resin for that word that rhymes with dancer. Okay, this also. So I'll just gonna say it. I got my period while we were at convention, and I was like cramping hard because I was on no sleep and just it's just high energy. So I took one of these in the morning, and my cramps were completely chilled out. I loved that. So I'm going to be playing around with this more for anytime I'm just feeling like I need, we use frankincense oil when we want to supercharge something topically, right? Like it's so great for the skin. It's a booster when you combine it with other oils. I'm approaching this in the same way. I'm not going to be taking it every day. But when I feel my body's just needing that extra support, it's going to be a supercharger. So again, product info page is linked there, the supplement ebook, which goes in more detail. I've got some other helpful images there for you guys. All right, onto the stick. This is so gorgeous. Oh my goodness, you guys, it smells exactly how you want it to smell. It's perfect for skin, all skin, everywhere, face, wherever you want to go. Under the arms if you want. I mean, for some reason, our Serenity stick works well as a deodorant. I haven't played with this yet in that way, but like for hormonal sweats, right? This is where you're going to see some benefit here. But this has frankincense and niowood, which is similar to sandalwood. And that oil launched in the convention kit. So those of you that bought the kit, you're going to get that 5 ml niowood. So really straight up, you guys, this is going to be for any concern you have on the skin, any concern, especially anything that looks like it's mutating, okay? So protective, it's nourishing, it's healing, it's convenient, it smells amazing. You're going to be able to use this in many different ways. In fact, I am linking up for you from one of the presentations. The one day she did a PDF that gives you 25 ways to use it. So you'll find that here on the next slide. You can click through. It's just beautiful. It's a booster. So you can use this at night with your Serenity stick. I really love the aroma of this. So I just find it really grounding and calming. All right, we're rolling through with good pace. I'm going to cover the next few super quick because these are LTOs. They're going away eventually, but they're fun. If you love diffusing in your home, I would definitely grab these. They are the Escape Blend series. So we have 3 different blends. The first one is the Amazon Escape. I've listed out all the oils there for you. The second is the Coastal, which is my favorite of the 3. And then the third one is Vineyard Escape. Now, I will say this. I do not like any of them, how they smell on the bottle. Just going to be honest. Like, doTERRA, what are you doing? But they are totally different in the diffuser. So when you get them, do not trust that first whiff out of the bottle. It's a totally different thing in the diffuser. Okay. So, and you can see they have really unique oils put together in these. And I don't know, I just love diffusing. So they're so fun to add to your collection if you experience diffusing in your home. All right. So here are the prices all in one spot, and the limits on each item per account. You'll see that they're also doing discounted prices, which I want to extrapolate out a little bit more because there's even further discounting if you order on LRP. So I'll talk about that in a second, but they have done bundles to create this foundational wellness. Whether you want to do just the VMG with the omegas, which would essentially replace LLV, or if you want to add in the PV Restore, which I definitely recommend, because now you have a full comprehensive foundation, which is going to impact every system in your body, right? So they've done discounted pricing on those that you can see there. And then if you are a vegan, obviously you're not going to take the fish oil, but they're going to keep the vegan omega from the LLV and bring it in with discounted pricing for you as well. Okay. Okay. Now I'm not going to cover these next 10 slides, but in the deck, you're going to find I left in a few of the products that launched last year, because one of the things I'm working on is just a powerful daily routine using these new products. And I'm working in the Serenity Sleep System and the PV Restore. Because in my opinion, like that is such a powerful way to bookend your day, so that whatever else happens throughout the middle of the day, you've got your bases covered. So you'll find info on those in there just for that reason. But really, we have such a nice rounded out solutions library now for people, depending on the path that they want to take in doTERRA. So you're going to see all of our materials updated. The Live Guide has been updated with all the new products and really clear pathways. So even the new Living magazine, I don't know how many of you received an actual paper copy last week. It's gorgeous, but I did upload the digital version as well to our folder. So a couple of quotes I love that I just want to share as I go into this next 5-minute section. These were shared from the stage. People do not decide their futures, they decide their habits, and their habits decide their futures, right? And then another one I grabbed was, you can't have uphill dreams with downhill habits, by John Maxwell. So I think of what this launch means to all of us in just moving us from good to great. And the better we're feeling, the better we're operating, the more people we genuinely want to help, right? Like when you're feeling good, you want to help more people feel good. So this foundational wellness is a term you're going to see start weaving its way into a lot of what we do. There's even a new class handout for those of you that have any classes that you wanted to plan to really teach people the pillars of what we do in doTERRA. They've created a new TerraPad sheet. This will be especially helpful for those of you that are touring around now, doing a lot of classes as part of Diamond Club. The new products are working their way into the starter collections. And one thing that's pretty cool is the price has stayed the same on these kits, but the PV went up. So this is actually something I'm really excited that doTERRA is addressing as they're launching products. One of the things you'll notice if I go back to the price list really quick is that the gap between price and PV is way better as they're launching new products now, right? And that used to be a bit of a pain point. You're adding things to your cart and you're trying to hit that 100 PV or 125 PV, and it was taking more to get there. So they're being really intentional about this as they're launching things going forward. So where did I finish off? So we talked about that. Now, cart within a cart. This is what we mean so those of you that order on LRP, which is most of you, when you add certain products to your LRP, such as LLV, let's say, or MetaPower Advantage, or now the new VMG, what happens is it opens up a box. It asks you if you would like to add 3 other supplements to your cart at a discount. So VMG is going to do that at discounted pricing where you can choose up to 3 other supplements. So this might be how you purchase your Advantage Collagen, your PB Restore, and then maybe you're adding TerraZyme in there. I just got a message saying my internet's unstable. Can you guys still hear me? Are we good? Okay. Somebody who has my phone number, text me if you lose me, okay? Because Florida is really going through it right now. Okay. Let's see. Okay. This is what the images are going to look like that I'm going to build out for us, which will be clear tracks. So for example, if your goal is age reversal and biohacking, you would focus on that wellness foundation, and then you'd want to have the Advantage Collagen because of the NAD, the TerraZyme, the Frankincense. And I'm going to build these tracks out for sleep, emotions, energy, digestive, immune, skin, and hormones. So those are coming later this week. Something I want to give a little time to is something I'm working on right now, which is going to be a really simple integration plan. And what I want to do is a bit of a beta with this. So how many of you have done our Healthy Habits program in the past? It might be before some of your time. I see a few hands. I don't think I've run this for our community in 4 or 5 years. So I'm going to be revamping that program and bringing in the new products. And we're going to run this as a community in January. But here's what I'd like to do. I would like to take 100 of you on our team through a bit of a beta program. And I actually want to hook up and see if some of the girls I do the collaboration calls with would like to do it with us, where we have a little bit of a smaller group. And I'm going to open it up to the first 100 of you that order your products in October so that you have them. I mean, I want you to have them for November. So hopefully, you can order them in October on your order, and then you would probably need to order them in November again, so that you make sure you have enough. But, and this is what it's going to be. Super simple, and you're going to feel amazing. Okay. So my whole goal with this is simple, great feelings, simple loading your bases first thing in the morning and feeling great right away. Okay. What this is going to involve, most of you probably already have peppermint or a peppermint roller, so you might not need to order that. But you're going to order in your VMG, your Omegas, and your PB Restore. And if you don't have a peppermint roller, I want you to grab that too. And what we're going to do is we're going to work with this very simple 2-minute morning routine, okay? And then I'm going to invite you to choose maybe 1 or 2 other things to stack in, like the sleep system, or maybe walking at sunrise in the morning, okay? Everything that I layer in as stacks is going to be very intentional. I want you just to choose 1 or 2. We want to keep this really simple. So we're going to run this in November. I'm either going to be running it just for us as a team with 100 of you, or as a little bit of a larger group with some of my other friends in doTERRA. And then we're gonna build this out into the Healthy Habits program in January. Okay, sound good? So this is all about foundational wellness. We want to just like I said, load our bases first thing in the morning, so we're feeling great throughout the day. 1 and done. No more popping pills all throughout the day. Just experiencing the benefits of this routine. All right, drop any product questions you have. I want to take our last 10 minutes. Yay, we're making good time. I want to go through just a few other enhancements that are coming and you guys are going to love. Some have already happened. Okay, number 1, loyalty rewards program is getting an upgrade. Some of this is evolving right now. The customer experience team at doTERRA is looking at taking everything next level. And our rewards program is getting a lot of really great new enhancements. So first of all, it's transitioning over the next few months to be called doTERRA Rewards. And there's going to be really good elements that come into play. For those of you that are already on LRP and you've been ordering for at least a year, you're going to transition into what they're calling VIP status. So that's going to be most of you that are wellness advocates that have been ordering at least a year. VIP status is going to include perks throughout the year, early ordering on new products, being part of pilots, cool things, right? Because you are the MVPs in doTERRA. If you're somebody who's been ordering at least a year, like you are one of the most loyal people in doTERRA. And having said that, I'm sure most of you know this, doTERRA has the highest customer retention in the entire direct selling network marketing industry. So we have the most loyal customer base as one of the largest global companies and the largest within the US. So we have, again, this is what I love about doTERRA. They look at what's going really good and they look at how could we take this to the next level. So like they did with LLV, they're doing that with our rewards program. Okay, so some enhancements coming. Customers now, some of you know this already if you've enrolled customers in the last year or 2. When customers enroll, that enrollment order can now be a rewards order right away. So they can start earning points right away on their order. The only thing it doesn't do is it doesn't qualify you as a wellness advocate for certain rank-based situations. So that very first month of a customer enrolling, their rewards order does not count towards your power of 3, for example. But for the customer, they're earning points off that very first order. doTERRA is also working on a new a gift on their first rewards order. So this would stack. If they're doing their enrollment order and it's at least 150 PV, you guys know that one of the new things that launched 2 years ago was a welcome gift. They can choose from a diffuser or different products depending on their market. This would stack in with that if they're going to join rewards right away. Some other things, This is available now. How many of you noticed that this pop-up happened this week when you logged in to your doTERRA store? It said, would you like to create an instant rewards order? So how do I explain this really easy? Let's say it's BOGO month. Let's say you placed your LRP order on the 3rd of the month, and then doTERRA announced BOGOs in the 3rd week of the month. In the past, if you wanted to receive rewards points off your BOGO order, you had to go in and create a second LRP template just for BOGO week, right? And then you'd have to remember to go in and delete that template to keep your initial one intact. You don't need to do that anymore. Now you can simply go in, you can leave your static monthly template in place. And so let's say a BOGO's announced, or let's say it's the 3rd week of the month and you realized you just ran out of Virage and you don't want to wait until next month to order it. You can pop in and place an instant rewards order. You earn the points off of it, and then it just deletes out. Nice and clean. The other cool thing is you don't have to order a minimum other product to do this. So we used to have to do that with BOGO as well, right? Like if you wanted to place a BOGO order as a second order in the month, you'd have to order like a lip balm or something just to keep that template in place. So you don't have to do any of that anymore. This is available now in the US and Canada. Something coming in January is a planning tool. So there are beta groups running through this in the month of October. This is going to fully launch in January, and this is a planning tool for your LRP. This is so cool. So this is kind of like Amazon subscriptions, where you can select, I want to receive toilet paper every 3 months or whatever. This is what you can do here. So when I think of things like Virage or the Abode cleaning line, you obviously aren't ordering that every month unless there's more people in the house using your face care. So this is where you could set that up to fire and save every 3 months. So this is fun. So this is being worked on right now to launch in January. Another thing that is launching October 1st in the US, and then at the start of the year in 2025, are wellness advocate starter kits. So when you have a customer that maybe they upgrade to wellness advocate or they enroll with you right away because they want to partner with you to share doTERRA, there is a kit that can be ordered, which gives them everything they need to host an experience for people to share oils with people and really take them through the business. And not only that, it's also going to include some build outs for that brand new wellness advocate. And I'm really excited about this because as a team, you guys know I've always heavily focused on the customer. We have our email series a lot of you use where you add your new customer to it and it gives them an email a week for their first 3 months. I talk very little in there about the business. The only time I do is at the very end of the series. But we don't have a track for people that are becoming wellness advocates. We have our social sharing program, which is a group that people can join and learn how to share easily. But this is now a new pathway for people that really want to learn how to be a wellness advocate. So there's a new email series doTERRA's created. It's 1 email a day for 12 days. And it connects them in with everything doTERRA has for wellness advocates. And this is also going to be made available to you if you want to just share this separately. But when your new wellness advocate purchases this starter pack, they will get access to the email series as well. They'll also get access to a training course on how to launch their business. So this is just really great. And again, this is all under the heading of doTERRA simplifying things for us so that as we onboard people, it's just a lot easier for them to find their pathway in doTERRA. Okay, we're going to finish off with a few quickies. So holiday products will launch November 1st. If you were at convention, you got to play with them. I've uploaded the holiday product guide here for you guys. And then there's a brand new living catalog. It is absolutely gorgeous. If you received a hard copy version, I'm actually not totally sure what the requirements are for you to receive one. It might be based on rank. It might be based on ordering monthly. I'm not sure. I should find that out. However, there is the digital version, which is fun to share. And I like to go through it and grab screenshots of various pages, diffuser blends, DIYs, and I'll share those within the groups here and there. Okay, for my calendaring buddies, grab your calendars. What I wanted to do was just a concise rundown of what is coming up. in an effort just to keep everything clean and organized. You guys know how much I love calendaring. So I'm not going to read through all these dates, but probably the key ones I want to pull out. I mentioned already September 29th is the last day to buy tickets at the early bird price for next year's convention. October 1st, all new products launch as individuals out of the US warehouse. Let's see what else. I mentioned the Experience doTERRA events. October 21st is our next collaborative virtual roundtable. So if you want to join us, that's just a fun hour of hanging out. It's super chill. It's myself and 6 or 7 other leaders, and we've been having hundreds of people on this roundtable. So it's a nice way to meet other people and other teams and just chat through all things doTERRA. But then we also are doing quarterly business trainings together as a collaboration. And that next one is November the 5th at 8 p.m. if you want to mark your calendar, which is voting day in the US. Yay. What else? I think that's all I want to cover there. Okay, overview of, hold on, let me get some water. I'm a little raspy. Okay, team, key rollouts as a team. So just for your own overall high level view, November, like I said, I want to roll a beta program with 100 of you. I'm calling it Rip, Sip, and Roll. And it's going to be a very condensed mini healthy habits program. Something I'm also working on right now is a revamp of our top 10 oils class. I'm going to make it part of the wellness studio, just some new resources, new signage, just a fun way to bring people together and really come back to the roots of what we do. So stay tuned for that. January, we're going to run our Healthy Habits program. It's going to be revamped with the new products. March is Leadership Retreat. So for those of you that are, of any rank, really, you want to be at least elite. There's going to be qualifications that open up for this. If you're silver and above, you're going to receive an automatic invite. If you're elite or premier, they want to open it up to you. You'll just have some enrolling requirements. So where is it? I want to say, so it's in Texas. Just can't remember where. I believe. I should find that out. Sorry. I feel like it's in Texas. I think I have it in my calendar. Okay. April, I thought would be a great month for us to do our Essential 30 cleanse, which of course will be revamped with the new products. San Antonio, there you go, is Leadership Retreat. And then June, we're going to run our Meta 30 program. Okay. So that's kind of an overview of where we're going in terms of programs. And then, just on the last few slides, I just wanted to pop these up and put them in the deck. There was a great presentation on day 3 by Drew Wolfert. And he kind of threw the gauntlet down on, what is really causing doTERRA to stand out in this time, in this climate, in this economy. Like, what's going on in the industry? Why are more people now looking at doTERRA as an opportunity more than ever before? It's so interesting because I felt a lot of that nervousness when I first started this business over a decade ago from women my age. They had a lot of hiccups and I don't want to do network marketing. So my whole thing was, how do I create something that never feels like network marketing? That was my goal. But I didn't have those hangups. To me, it was just such an obvious, smart business. But a lot of women my age had a lot of issues with it. The next generation has zero issue with it, you guys. That's what's so interesting. In fact, on day 3, it opened up with Christian Risenmay. You guys have to listen to his talk. It was really good. I don't know. He's 20, somewhere in there. He's a diamond or a platinum. He's a founder now in the US. He is killing it. And the way that he talked about how he shares doTERRA was so smart. He's honestly, I teach people to buy the supplements and get everything else for free. Okay, no brainer. But the next generation has no issues around network marketing. So you want to be careful with your own blocks around it, preventing someone else from being able to access this opportunity, right? So that was really cool. There are compensation enhancements coming at Leadership Retreat. Here's a quick sneak peek. I'll leave this in the deck, but I'm not going to go into this in detail right now, but it's all great things. Basically, doTERRA is looking at how can we make this easier for everyone. So I'll end here, and then I want to give away 2 bundles. I'm just going to literally blindly pick somebody from the chat, okay? I loved Emily's presentation. at the end of day 3. Again, day 3 is a banger. You guys have to watch it. One of the things she shared at the end that I scribbled down was that our collective efforts will create a healing movement like this world has never seen. I truly believe this. And guys, there has been a lot of change within the doTERRA community. There's been a lot of change within this team. Honestly, I mean, sometimes I'm saddened by the people that have decided to go off and do other things, but at the same time, like my vision for what not only we do as a team, but what doTERRA is doing at large is so big and filled with hope because we have the right people on board. Like doTERRA has the best leadership across the board. In fact, if I can be so bold to say this, there have been people that were not the right fit within leadership in doTERRA for a long time. I would say anyone that was building doTERRA that was not in the right alignment with the work that we do, or was here for personal gain, leading the work, they're gone. They're gone. And it's just it feels like a very fresh time within doTERRA. And everybody finds the place where they need to be, right? Everyone finds where they need to land. I don't hold ill feelings towards people on our team who have stepped onto other things or within doTERRA, people that have left. I really, truly don't, because I believe that everybody needs to find their place in this world and find their best place where they're going to impact the most people. But this is a home. This is a place you can call home if you are somebody who is deeply interested in just living your life to the fullest to be able to impact people in a bigger way. That's what we do. That's what we do. That's it. Like, and this is why this continues to be such rewarding work. I can be a testament to that. I get up every day excited at what we can create together. So I hope that you feel at home here and that you feel excited no matter what your goals are about where you're going. And you are so supported. Something Kirk Jowers keeps saying is, if this does not benefit the wellness advocate, we are not doing it. For a company of this size, there's a lot of shiny keys always, right? There's a lot of different pathways. There's a lot of teams always presenting their big idea. It's going to be the next big thing, right? And what doTERRA's leadership is always looking at is, okay, great, sounds good. How is this impacting the wellness advocate? How is this helping them help more people? How is this helping them in their own health and in their own business pathway? Because if it isn't, we're not doing it. And I just love that clarity. So, all right, let's give away a couple of these. Whipped up some super skin serums, got these little samples ready to go. I just wanted to give a few of you an experience with this before you're able to order. All right, so any questions? If anyone wants to unmute, if you posted a question and it didn't get answered, go ahead and unmute. But I just want to make sure I can help those of you that are on here live. Did you say there will not be a convention kit available to those of us who did get a convention ticket? So they opened it up for 3 days afterwards. It is definitely turned off at this point, but listen, if you had a convention ticket and you missed the deadline, send me an email and I'll do my best to try to connect you in with a kit. Okay. I can't make any promises because they closed it off because I think they were close to sell out and they wanted to reserve inventory for the events that they're doing in person, right? But we'll try. But again, all of the products are launching individually on October 1st. All right. A few questions on natural flavoring. So I want to assure you guys, I've been on so many calls with the science and research team, R&D team, where they've addressed this. They're putting together a PDF for you. Here's like the Coles Notes issue. It is all completely natural, but for doTERRA to list the ingredients, it would take up so much room on the label. So there are even some FDA guidelines that come in play here with how much you can list on the label. They are all natural extracts. You can count on that with doTERRA, but they're working on a PDF for you guys so that you can easily answer this question, because this is actually a really common question coming up because so many people are seeing that in a lot of products, right? Not in doTERRA, but just on the shelf and asking questions around that. So that is coming. Okay, some of you are answering questions for each other, which is perfect. Let's see if there's anything else. Good. A lot of you are loving the simplicity of this. It's so good. It is so nice and refreshing to not have to think about it all throughout the day, every meal, taking your supplements. And you do feel really good quite quickly. It's awesome. Yes, mixing with the collagen. I answered that one. Love that. Okay. Oh, so yeah. Oh, Julie's back. Julie's back. You know what, Julie? I called your name as a winner. I'm going to do another pack up for you. You're back. I was just reading your question. Julie asked, I've been out of the business sadly for a few years now. I love the idea of offering this easy daily powder to people for optimal health. I'm out of the loop on the biz side. What is the best and easiest way to get caught up on getting people started with doTERRA? So the easiest pathway I find is just to start sharing what you love and giving people your easy link. And when they start with you, add them to our email series where they're going to be taken through some education. Most, like 95% of the people you enroll are going to be customers. When you have a customer that wants to be a wellness advocate with you, they can upgrade their account. And one of the things I covered today was doTERRA has these pathways already in the works now, being planned out, right? So, and of course, we have our groups, our Facebook groups. And I think the biggest thing here is don't let perfection hold you back. And actually, Emily talked about this in her talk on the last day, you guys, just how that like wanting to have all of your I's dotted and T's crossed and ducks in a row before you start something will often really hold you back. And it is as simple as just sharing what you love. Like just share online or host a studio experience, bring people into your home, have your oils out, teach people how you use them. It's that simple. So I feel like sometimes we want to have everything so dialed in before we jump back in, and you don't have to. Just play as you go, learn as you go. Catherine loves the rip, sip, and roll. Good, right? We're going to roll with that. Rip, sip, and roll. Easy, easy, easy in the morning. Canadian warehouse. You guys know Canada's messed up, right? So there's a lot of issues going on with Health Canada and preventing natural health products from moving through with ease. This is actually something that they're I don't even know how to speak about it. It's so upsetting. I feel like there's just so many barriers right now for getting natural health products through. So we don't have launch dates. I was talking with Michael Sterling one morning of convention, and they're giving him a launch date of like January 2026 for VMG. Like so the whole team is just like pushing hard. But here's something important to note. You obviously can order from the US warehouse, right? You don't, and your customers need to understand how to do this. They won't pay taxes, they won't pay customs or duties, and the pricing on this actually works out very in line, if not better, than LLV. So I know it's not ideal, but it's just unfortunately what we're dealing with right now. doTERRA is one of the largest wellness companies fighting this potential bill that's trying to be passed right now in Canada. So you should know that doTERRA is really going to bat on this because most companies within Canada, Canadian owned natural health companies, will go out of business because of this. So without companies like doTERRA, they're global debt-free companies that can fight this. This would probably go through no problem, but it's being held up because of companies like doTERRA really pushing back on this. So anyway, long answer to a short question. We don't have launch dates for Canada right now. Okie dokie. I think we got it. Electrolytes in Canada. I'll see if I can find that out. So those of you that are in Canada, be sure to jump on the Canadian leadership calls. They happen every month. I did put it in the dates, okay? Honestly, they set these up for silvers and above, but I feel like if you're super committed in this business, just jump on the call. They happen monthly, and this will be a good way for you to stay up to date on all things going on in Canada. And they always bring on like a very inspirational topic speaker. They're great. Okay. All right. Well, let's end there, you guys. We went a little over an hour with questions, but this did stream into our Wellness Advocate Facebook group if you want to grab the quick recording. Otherwise, I will upload this and email it out on Monday. And more assets to come. I'm going to be working on images and just the flow of that beta program I want to run. But if you want to be part of the first 100, what I will do is I'll post just a quick form for you to add your name and email to. I'll post it in our Facebook group. And yeah, we'll have some fun with this and just pull in some daily routine stuff. Again, making it simple, but just get you feeling really good before the holidays begin. All right, guys, we'll end here. Thanks for being on live and sharing your hearts and your energy with all of us. And we'll see you again soon. Mwah. Bye, guys.
Hi guys, I'm Chloe. And I'm Jason. And today we're going to be interviewing attendees at the 2024 doTERRA convention. Hey, what's your name? I'm Mallory.
My name is Portia Blanchard.
Kelly Robson.
Dana Moore.
I'm Roxy.
I'm Patty. I'm Crystal.
Wonderful. And is this your first year attending the doTERRA convention?
Third.
This is my first convention.
At least 7 years. Like, I grew up.
That's awesome.
I love it.
Maybe 7 or so.
Okay, great. And what is your favorite product that launched this convention?
The VMG, 100%.
Oh, definitely the VMG.
VMG, been a lot.
Awesome.
Hey, I was honestly really hoping that something like this would happen because I've been taking my 12 supplements with doTERRA's LV, no joke, for like the past 10 years. I love how I feel, but when they showed me that I can just do a quick little drink and get those benefits plus more, hands down.
I have to say the fish oil.
The E Omega Plus, we're so excited for that.
I'm very excited about the Frankincense stick. I plan on lathering myself with it.
What has been your favorite thing that you have learned at this convention?
I really enjoyed listening about the bioavailability. The science here is kind of mind-blowing, but they make it very ingestible and easy to understand. So I love that.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Hi, Becca. Hey. What is your favorite product that your team launched this year at the 2024 convention?
Okay, my favorite product has to be, hands down, the VMG. It's so easy to drink, you feel better, you're gonna look better. Definitely one of my favorite products, and it tastes amazing.
Oh yes, it does. I tried
Yeah,
it.
you did? Okay, good, yeah.
Meanwhile, since we're in front of the Holiday Square, what is a product that you're so excited to launch near Christmas?
Okay, this is something totally new. We've never done it before, but it is essential oil infused honey. Did you taste it?
It's amazing.
It is so good. So it's going to bring the Christmas parties to life. Awesome. It's amazing. It's so good.
Lastly, what is your favorite part about your job here?
My favorite part about my job is getting to talk to the customers. We get to see everybody's lives change firsthand. We get to hear your story.
How did you come to find doTERRA?
So I was looking for solutions for my children. I got invited to a class, and I was like, sure, I'll go learn about these hippy-dippy things.
I'm Emily. I've got a background in health and wellness. I've got a master's in public health, as well as a bachelor's in nutrition and chemistry. And there was a job positioning for clinical research coordinator. After the interview, I was like, oh, wow, this is an excellent company, excellent values, great people. I feel so lucky that I got this position.
What are your wellness routine with doTERRA?
Definitely LLV in the morning. I try and do a recharge, Yarrow Palm under the tongue for metabolic, try and do Copiba in the morning, all the things.
That's an amazing routine.
Adaptive, Yarrow Palm, adaptive capsules. I couldn't live without them.
Frankincense for sure, always. And I like basic stuff like Breathe and On Guard.
And one final question. 5 million free oils or 5 minutes with Emily Wright?
5 minutes with Emily Wright. I think that she knows a lot, and I just want to pick her brain a little.
I love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.